Fucking Eric! Eric! Son of a bitch! Alright, we're back. We're back. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened. I know I left. I'll tell you. I was literally having a fucking panic attack just now, because my boy Eric, you know, he had to play a little prank, you know, but that's okay. Prank wars is fun. Let the prank wars begin. Okay, son of a bitch. So I was live just before, and Eric sends me a text message saying that somebody hit my car in the parking lot. And I'm like, he sends me a text message, and it says, hey, somebody just crashed into your car. Have you been checking the cameras? Because we have one of those ring camera fucking thing doohickeys. And so I went over to the, when I paused the live feed there for a second, I went over and went on the camera, and there I saw him standing at the front door, and he sent me a picture of a car that looked just like mine, but it was zoomed in. It was a white car with a big ass scratch, like a fucking swipe along the side of the back of the quarter panel by the bumper, and I'm like, fuck. So then I lost my concentration. I ended the live feed because I was like, fucking somebody just hit, how does somebody hit my car in the parking lot? There's nobody there. So I ended the live feed so I could call Eric and find out what in the hell was going on. And sure enough, thank God, he was playing a fucking prank. So the prank wars have just begun, Mr. Eric Cornelius, the singing trucker. Eric, the singing trucker. Too bad I don't have any red lights in this truck. It's all blue lights. Because I'd start singing right now. And here, let me be like Eric. Hold on. Let's see if I can be like Eric. Hold on. Loving you is easy cause you're blah. Do 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 do. Ah. Fucker. Pranking me while I'm trying to do a live feed. It's all good though. We're back. Now I can concentrate. What's up, Coach? I see Coach is in here. Yeah, I had to end the live feed because I was starting to freak out. You know, I love my car. You know, just like if somebody was to hit this truck, you know, it would be the same thing. I'd be like, you know, what? So if anybody's going to ask me questions about stupid taxes and shit, you know, we're going to be doing a live feed, me and Eric. Probably, maybe not tomorrow night, but maybe the night after, talking about all of the shenanigans. Probably going to address some of the concerns and put a lot of things to rest, if you will. Because there's a lot of misconceptions going on right now in the YouTube worlds, but you know, one of the things that people had said was that some of the practices at Traveloko weren't illegal, but they were shady. Now, let's be real here, everybody that's listening and watching. If any business, any company has any type, even the smallest inkling of shadiness in their reporting, in the way their contracts are written, the way they pay, and you know their employees and all that stuff, if there's just a teeny incy weensy bit of shadiness at all, the IRS would have came in and shut them down eons ago. Now, Traveloko as a company has been in business for just a little over 10 years, I think. I gotta double check. So if there was any type of shady dealings at all, the company would not be in business today. So, people that want to say, the drivers are getting ripped off. Look, a lot of people have come and said the same thing I'm saying now in the last couple of days. SoCal and Big Cat did a video about it. Jeffrey Light talked about it yesterday in his video, and a lot of people have spoken the same thing, it's all in the contract, spelled out in the contract. So people that say they got ripped off, that they didn't do something right, because if the company was ripping drivers off, then the company wouldn't be in business. It's just that simple. It really, that's what it comes down to. What, SoCal? It's not the last cat. What? SoCal's texting me here. Yeah, the 1099 practices that go on over at Traveloko are done by lots of other companies. I'm learning more and more about the procedures and stuff now that I'm in the office, and learning all of the different ways of doing business, and the 1099s and all that good stuff. Then, like I said, if it was shady in any way, shape, or form, the company wouldn't be in business, and people were talking about the deductions. There's too many deductions. I looked at all of the, and I'm going to do a video about this as well. I was looking at all the deductions, the insurance, the ELD fee, the direct deposit fee, blah, 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 blah. Every company has those same fees. Like, for instance, at RST, we had one fee for everything. It was all wrapped up into that $350 a week, because at RST, you pay RST $350 a week, whether you make $1 or you make $1,000. Okay, you pay RST $350 a week, and that covers your plates, IFTA, permits, and all that other stuff. Now, not included in that $350, you got to pay the Qualcomm fee to Prime. You pay your insurance. You pay your truck payment. You pay your tolls. You pay your blah 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 blah. Like over at RST, the insurance payment for the entire company right now, I think it was $430 a week in just insurance. Okay, now all of the deductions at Traveloko are broken down: bobtail, tractor and trailer, liability and cargo. It's broken down into each subcategory. So that's why people are like, oh my god, there's so many deductions, because everything is broken down for you. Each thing is broken down. Whereas at RST, everything was lumped into that one fee. This is all of your insurance. This is the fee to the company. This is your truck payment. This is your tolls. This is your fuel. So, like I said, every company has deductions, has maintenance, escrows, and everything, and if you leave the company as a lease, here, let's talk about this. So, if you're an owner-operator, okay, you bring your own truck over to Traveloko, you pay a $2,500 deposit. Okay? Now, if you leave the company, you get that deposit back, as long as you don't have any leftover costs or tolls or something like that, right? You get that money back. Now, that's been proven. Jeremy and Selena got their money back. And everybody else that was an owner-operator that was supposed to get that money back got it back. The company can't just keep that money, you know. The $2,500 is a deposit to cover plates, permits, IFTA, stuff like that. Okay, but you're still pay into that stuff. Like I said, I'm still learning a lot of the verbiage, if you will. Okay, now on the lease purchase side of things, you have to put a $5,000 down payment, not a deposit, a down payment. Okay, because you're coming over to lease, purchase equipment, truck and trailer. Okay, that money you don't get back. That's a down payment, okay? Because if you were to go out and buy your own truck, most places want a down payment at the dealership in order for you to get financing. So it's the same thing, okay? The lease purchase program at Traveloko, just like at RST, just like at Prime, just like at Schneider, they're designed to, hold on, where do you guys come up with these fucking, what do you call it, these accounts? My goodness gracious. Moderators, do your job. Holy cow. So, every company that has a lease purchase program has that program there to help people start and build their own business, okay? It's there to help a driver start their own business, okay? Now, whether you're buying a new truck or you're buying a used truck, trucks are gonna have problems. Take for instance, I had a brand new green Volvo over here at Traveloko, and it was a complete shit show, if you guys remember. And then I got into the red truck, had no issues with it. I had a brand spanking new fully loaded Globetrotter 860 Volvo over at RST that I was paying $800 a week on. $800 a week on that truck. And I had problems with it. I think it was day number 10 when the check engine light came on. And I pulled over and I did the Volvo uptime thing where you call the 800 number and they read the code, they tell you what's wrong. And the lady on the phone that day, I'll never forget, she's like, yeah, you got a problem with your DPF sensor, some shit, and you can't drive, you shouldn't drive the truck. And I'm like, I got good oil pressure, I got good water temperature, the engine ain't making no funny noises, I'm driving this truck, I'm not gonna get towed from out in the middle. I was in the middle of nowhere, Missouri, nowhere near a dealership. And when I called the dealership and said, hey, I got this code, engine lights on, and my salesman said that they don't even have parts for that yet. His exact words, and it's funny because he said that they're on intergalactic back order. They don't even have them yet. So I had a brand new truck. Again, this is the second time that I've had a brand new Volvo, brand new truck with issues. Okay, nothing major on the Globetrotter at RC. I had I had two wheel seals go out. The transmission took a shit at 150,000 miles. So, you know, whether you have a new truck or a used truck, you're gonna have maintenance issues and upkeep. Some of the comments that people were saying, oh man, Traveloko's got all these piece of shit trucks and trailers. Okay, well, you want to have new equipment and pay high overhead, right? Or do you want to have fairly used equipment and have a lower overhead and pay it off faster? That's the seesaw. That's all it is, because at the end of the day, you're still gonna have to pay money on repair and maintenance. All of the trucks at Traveloko for lease purchase are under warranty. There's an extended warranty purchased for all of our trucks that cover major components: engine, tranny, and DPF system. Most of the other stuff, though, is not covered. Major shit, engine, tranny, and DPF system. The most expensive things are covered on our lease purchase trucks at Traveloko. So you have to decide, do you want to have a new truck and like go to Prime and stuff like that and have a higher payment? Or do you want to have a lower payment with some fairly used equipment that's broken in already and all that good stuff, and most of the bugs are worked out, and pay it off quicker? You have to decide what's going to be best for you and your family and your business. As the weeks and days progress, we are going to be talking more about these situations and concerns. Some videos will be done live, some videos will be done regular edited, recorded videos. But we are going to address all of these concerns, and we are going to put out the information for you people, the drivers, the people that need the information, because you know, there's people saying that, oh, there's a gag order right now. I'm not allowed to say anything. Daddy's got a thing over my mouth. No, that's not the case. You see, I'm trying to make sure I have all of the information, the correct information, before I put out any information. I'm not just going to go, oh, no. I've done that before in the past, and it's bit me in the ass. So I'm making sure that I got all of my facts straight before I turn that camera on. And we will be doing videos about all this stuff. So, just stay tuned on that stuff, okay? But, like I said, at the end of the day, I do see all the comments. I'm not ignoring you guys. Just give me a second. I'll start answering some questions here. At the end of the day, it really comes down to, do you want a new truck or do you want an old truck? New truck, higher cost, longer term. Used truck, lower cost, shorter term. Because, you know, I used to be a big advocate. Get a new truck, less problems, good warranty, all that good stuff, right? Well, I've had 2 new trucks, okay, that had issues. The green one was a serious lemon, and yeah, I was going broke with that truck. But Traveloko came to me and said, don't quit. I was ready to you guys remember, okay? You guys remember what happened. I was ready to turn in and call it a day. But Eddie was like, no, don't quit. We'll figure it out. And we figured it out. We got the red truck. But then I ended up quitting, and everybody knows why I quit, and left the red truck in Jacksonville at the yard. I'm not going to get into that right now. Everybody knows why I quit. But it wasn't because of the truck. The red truck was amazing. I had that truck for 3 months, and that truck was great. Okay. As a recruiter at Traveloko, when I do interviews and I have guys fill out applications, no, I'm not talking about that. When I do the interviews and stuff like that with everybody, I asked them what their goals are. What is the purpose of you coming over to Traveloko, and what's your business plan? Because I don't want to hire the said person if they don't have the sacrifice in them. Because if you want to come out here and purchase a truck to buy it and own it, you're going to have to make sacrifices. And right now, the way the industry is, it's a mess. It's a mess. But I can tell you right now, and we're going to be doing videos about rates too. Right now, the rates are down. But we said this before. The rates are down compared to last year and the last summer, when the rates were through the roof. But that spike in the rates was a fluke. It wasn't supposed to happen, okay? If you look, and I've been doing a lot of research with freight waves and, watching the roller coaster, okay? And there was a spike back in 1996. There was a spike in, I think, 2003. There was a spike in 2007 before the bottom dropped out. And I think there was another spike, I think in 2012 or 2013. But it's the same thing. The rates were up for like 6-7 months, and everybody was killing it. And then it came back down and stable and leveled off. Okay? And if you look at the rates right now, compared to, like, for instance, when I first came to Traveloko, they're right about where they were when I came to Traveloko back in 2017. And right now, for July, for the month of July, Traveloko's reefer average was $2.45 a mile for the entire month, for the entire company. It was $2.45 a mile. And the national average was like at $2.27 or something like that. I got to go pull it up and look. So as a company, okay, as a company, Traveloko, for the month of July, we were higher than the national average. Okay? It's just like I had said before. You got to be willing to work. If you're that type of person that says, oh man, I'm going to say no to cheap freight. Okay, I understand. Don't get me wrong. I completely understand. But if you had the option to deadhead or take a load to that better area, that's fine. That's up to you. But there's freight that needs to be moved, and there's people that are going to take the quote-unquote cheap freight because their business model is different than yours. Their costs are different than yours. So, whereas you may be able to get away with saying, no, I'm just going to wait until I can find a better load. The other driver may say, you know what, I need to, it's the end of the week or whatever, it's an off day, whatever. Let me just squeeze in this one little load here, So, people that, say no to cheap freight, you can't knock them for taking the loads because you know what? The brokers don't give a shit, okay? They're going to list the load at that price, and then you're going to negotiate a little here and there, okay? And that's going to be it, okay? Hold on, what is going on in the comments here? Let's see here. Let me just shut up for a minute. Hold on. SoCal, I always said control your company and go get your own stuff. I don't pay a percentage. No, hey, SoCal, I completely... Oh, crap, hold on. I completely agree with you there as well. But some people don't have the means at the time to go out and get their own authority. Now, Coach could tell you, Yeti could tell you, SoCal could tell you, starting your own authority is very expensive. Having a 1 or 2 truck operation, the insurance is fucking through the roof. The plates are through the roof. Everything is through the roof for a 1 to 2, 3 truck, 5 truck operation. It's huge money in insurance. Huge. And like I said, if you're starting out with your own MC number and all that stuff, the brokers don't know you. The brokers don't know that MC and DOT number. They're gonna pick the company that they know more than the company that's just starting out to pull that load. So in the beginning, with your own authority, it's going to be very tough until you build up a good reputation, for yourself. So yeah, you can go out and go and get your own authority and not have to pay a percentage and take 100%, yes. But you have to have the money in the bank to be able to make that happen. The problem is that you got all these people complaining about, the deductions, this, that, blah, 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 blah. Well, great. Piss and moan about the deductions. Piss and moan about this, and piss and moan about the percentage, and the 1099. Yeah. Good. Go and get your own authority. Go out there and do it on your own. Go out there and see how hard it is and the challenge that it is. Ask the guys that are in here now. They'll tell you. Okay? It's possible. Yes. It's possible. Yes. But patience, sacrifice, and a big piggy bank is what it takes. Okay? And some knowledge, obviously. You don't need a lot of knowledge. You just need some common sense. Okay? A little common sense gets you a long ways in this world. But if you don't have the piggy bank to do it, then go and be a company driver. But you can't be in the middle and be a lease purchase or owner operator or whatever and leased on with your truck to a company and not expect to pay for it. Okay? Companies aren't just going to say, you know what, bring your truck over and we'll give you 100%, whatever, yeah. Unless you know the person or, whatever. But most companies, you're going to get paid a percentage. That's the way it works. You want to run under somebody else's umbrella, you're going to pay. You're going to pay for insurance. It's basically, you're going to be a glorified owner-operator, okay? Glorified. Because you're running under somebody else's umbrella. And this is why I hate when people say, oh, the deductions and this. Well, if you don't like it, go and get your own authority. Go and make it happen. Then you could brag. Then you could say, fuck this and fuck that. No. But if you don't have your own authority and you don't have that kind of money laying around or funding or whatever, then you got to do what you got to do. And like I said, if Traveloko was a shady company in any way, shape, or form, I'm not saying Traveloko's perfect by any means. Okay? Nobody's perfect. No company's perfect. As the company continues to grow, we adapt and we try new things. Some things don't work, and we fix those things. Okay? That's what it's all about. So yeah, there may be a few things. There may be. I'm trying to read the comments, and you guys are having a sidebar, but that's looks like you guys are yelling back and forth. But anyway, as the company continues to grow, you're going to adapt and change and try new things. Some things are going to work, some things aren't. But still, you can't be like, oh, up in arms about it, oh this and oh that, and make all these accusations, because that's bullshit. There's two sides to every story, people. Two sides to every story. Two sides to every story. Why am I sleeping in it? I'm pulling a load right now. I have a trailer hooked up to my tractor, and we're delivering a load in Tampa tomorrow morning. We're down here at a rest area right now in Florida, and we are. Can I answer the 1099 thing? The 1099 thing, like I said, SoCal and Big Cat said it. Jeffrey Like said it yesterday. Most of all companies, from what I've done my research on, do it the same way Traveloko does it. They charge 100% of what the truck makes to the driver for the 1099 stuff. Okay? Now, like I said, I don't know all of the dirty details and the particulars about the 1099. I'm still learning it. But from what I've gathered so far is that a lot of companies, even RST, even Prime, Schneider, all of those guys, they do it the same way. They don't just like, oh, we're going to 1099 you for your truck payment and this and that. No. It's 100% of what the truck makes to the driver. And the people that made those claims, they said it, oh, well, it's not illegal, but it's shady. And like I said, you just said it. Think about it. It's not illegal, okay? But it's shady. Well, go back to what you said first. It's not illegal. That's all there is to it. It's not illegal. That's all there is to it. Well, if Landstar doesn't, but okay, if Landstar doesn't and other companies don't do it that way, Prime doesn't. Okay, they're making up for it in some other way, because the company, when they file their taxes, at the end of the day, the company has to make money. Now, how they make it, whether they make it on taxes, whether they make it on charging the driver, percentages, all that stuff, like I said, I'm still learning. So I'm trying not to touch on this topic too much until I get all the facts. Okay? But each company, at the end of the day, it's written in the contract. Okay? Jeffrey Like said it the best yesterday. It's in the contract. It's written in black and white. You read the contract, and you sign it, and you start your lease purchase endeavor. Well, you signed the contract. Whether it says in there that you gotta... It could say anything. That's why you have to read your contract. And if you're not contract savvy, like myself, because some of that mumbo-jumbo jarble, contract jarble, is very confusing. So I always have... I always send a copy to my dad. My dad, he could read through a contract and find all of the dirt. He's like a robot when it comes to contracts, my dad. But if I didn't have my dad to help me out with some stuff like that, you hire a lawyer. You hire somebody to check the contract and say, hey, read this for me. Is this good? Is this legit? Am I going to get screwed? But a lot of people don't read the contracts. They just sign on the dotted line and they hope for the best. No, my dad's not a lawyer, but my dad was a real estate agent. My dad's very smart when it comes to numbers. My dad's a numbers guy. Okay, my dad busts my balls all the time. Matt, you got to put it on paper. You got to put it on paper, and that's when it's real. Put your finances and all your bills and everything on paper. You always bust my balls. Matt, put it on paper. And he's right. Put it on paper. That's what makes it real. When you put down all of your expenses, your bills, electric bill, cable bill, rent, car payments, gas, food, everything. Everything. And then you look at it and add it all up. It becomes real. Okay? But a lot of, even me, there's been times as I've been growing up and learning where I've just like, yeah, this looks good. All right. Made that mistake too, you know. But like I said, at the end of the day, if it was illegal for them to do the way they do the 1099 stuff, then they would have been out of business a long time ago. And that's every company, not just Traveloko. If it was shady or dirty in any way, shape, or form, the company would have been out of business and shut down. It's that simple. The IRS does not play around. The IRS doesn't play around when it comes to tax dealings of any sorts. So if Traveloko was doing anything shady with their 1099 stuff, don't you think they would have been out of business or something would have happened a long time ago? Come on, guys. That's the common sense stuff I was telling you about. That's the common sense stuff. If it was shady or something, it would have been done a long time ago. Company would have been out of business. Would have been shut down. So, like you said, it's not illegal. Well, there you go. That's all you need to say. It's not illegal. You may not like the way that contract looks, and that's your prerogative. That's where you have the opportunity to not sign it. It's that simple. But don't sign something and then a year later quit or whatever and be like, oh, this was bullshit. Those were the terms that you agreed to. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that anymore because I need to do more research, like I said, on that particular topic, so that way I could learn the mumbo jumbo, if you will. So let's talk about this W9. Let's do some couching calls. Oh, thank you for the $1, Jonathan. Oh yeah. I've got the lights installed. Take a look. I showed everybody in the other video, but I don't know if I'm gonna leave those there like that. I'm not sure yet, but I've got them. They start out over there, and they go up underneath the top bunk, like some underlighting. Pretty cool. But then it comes out over there and goes over there. So I might just leave it, I might just cut it. I might just cut it up there. I'm not sure yet. So we'll see. We got the disco ball up there too. But yeah, and we are vaping in the W9. We're vaping it up. We've got a 2005 W900l with a military wrap on it. The Traveloko military truck, if you will. And I'm pulling a load right now down to Florida. I'm in Florida already. And I've got frozen French fries in the trailer. And delivering about 40 miles away from where I'm at right now at 7 in the morning. And then going back to the office after that. So yeah, I love vaping. I love vaping over smoking cigarettes all day long. Because I used to smoke. I was almost a pack a day type of guy. About a pack a day. Not a full pack a day, but compared to vaping, no, I'm not back over the road. I'm just pulling a load. Like I said, I'm going to pull loads every now and then so I can get my jollies. And we could use and stretch the truck's legs and all that good stuff, But yeah, we're pulling a load right now down to Tampa. We're almost in Tampa. And then we're going back to the office tomorrow. So, and back to the vaping thing. I've got, let me tell you this flavor that I got, because it is the shit. I picked this flavor up the other day. It's called Sugar Cookie. Cinnamon Sweet Sugar Cookie by, I don't know the name of this, but it's a sugar cookie flavor. And it's fucking amazing. It's way better than cigarettes. Way better than cigarettes. It doesn't smell like an ashtray in here anymore. Almost. Oh, hey, guess what? For all of you people on Fat Watch, for Little Guy Fat Watch, I know you can't tell yet. But for everybody that's on Little Guy Fat Watch, I lost 12 pounds already. I've lost 12 pounds in the last 3 weeks. And I haven't even been working out. Haven't been doing shit except walking around, being more active and eating less shit. I lost 12 pounds already. And maybe tomorrow or the next day, or probably the next day, because I won't get back till tomorrow, late afternoon. I'm going to be signing up for Planet Fitness, which is right down the street. And the drone is in the office. We're going to be doing some drone videos too, so don't worry. But yeah, I've lost 12 pounds already for everybody that's on Little Guy Fat Watch. So, Trucker District. I don't know. That's one thing that still hasn't come down the pipe yet. I haven't had any updates on Trucker District yet. I'm still rooting for him. I really am. But I think that it's just stuck right now, so I think it's stuck. So it sucks. I mean, you try things in life, sometimes they don't work out, so you can't knock me or people for trying things in life. I supported and still do support the idea behind Trucker District. But in anything in life that you do in business, you need funding. And, if you don't get funding, you can't build, so. Maybe one day they'll get the funding and it'll happen. I don't know. Everything in life happens for a reason. Did I expect? Let me tell you something. Did I expect to be back at Traveloko in this particular W900? No. It was offered to me months ago, because they said they wanted to put a veteran in the truck and that I would have been a good candidate for the truck. But I was doing my best to give RST that opportunity to get me the truck that I wanted to get. Well, time and, like I said, you guys know the story. Time kept going by and the truck never came and it never came and it never came, and the opportunity came back up again to come back to Traveloko, because if you guys remember, I was going to go back to Traveloko over a year ago. I didn't go back because I wanted to give RST the opportunity to get me the truck. Well, it never came. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. But I tried, okay? That's one thing, if you guys know anything about me, I always try, okay? I always do I give it my all. Before, I don't just like, oh, that's not going to work, I don't know. I always try. So if I like something, I got a good idea, whatever, I always try. So I tried. I stayed with the company, and I waited patiently, and it just didn't work out. And then a bigger, better opportunity came to come back to Traveloko, to do the office stuff, to do the recruiting stuff. And I'm a big believer in, when I say everything happens for a reason, I'm a big believer in that. So there was a reason that I didn't go back to Traveloko a year ago. There was a reason that I didn't get the truck at RST. Everything happens at the right time. You may not understand it. You may not accept it. But everything will come together eventually. So, what time is it? 12:40. We're not going to be live much longer because I got to get some sleep. So, it wasn't a bad idea, the whole Trucker District thing. It was a very good idea. It was a very good idea. But unfortunately, like I said, when you don't get funding, and you can't build. You can't build without funding. So, stop by 2014 Outer Drive, Sarasota. Yeah, I'm not going to be going down to Sarasota. As soon as I deliver tomorrow morning, I'm going to be heading back up to the terminal in Calhoun. So, probably if the weather's nice, I'll stop and get the truck washed, or maybe over there at the 75 Chrome Shop. So, but anyway, I do appreciate you guys tuning in tonight. I do love my job. Yeah, I do love it. I love the fact that I can be in the office and I'm going to be home every night with the family, having banker hours pretty much. Not having to be up in the middle of the night, doing the whole day cab thing. Because I did the day cab thing and it sucks. To me, it sucks. I just think that, because in the day cab lifestyle, it's just a long day. It's a long day. Now, if the day cab life is what you like, then, hey, more power to you. If that works for you. It has to work for you and your family. If that works for you and your family, then you're doing great. You to each his own, But I didn't like it. I didn't like doing the same shit every day, driving to the same place every day. I liked being on the road, seeing different things and being different places and spontaneous. But I do like being home with my family. So, you know, I told my wife, I was like, you know, I said, babe, this YouTube shit's going to pay off one day. You're going to see. And finally, you know, with the YouTube stuff and the fact that I'm good in the office, you know, being a paper pusher, or whatever you want to call me or whatever, I'm good at that stuff. So I enjoy it. You know, I enjoy doing the recruiting stuff and helping other drivers start in their career and all that good stuff. So, but anyway, we're going to talk a lot more about this stuff another time. And stay tuned. There's going to be a lot more videos coming. A lot of videos coming. So, no, the W9 did not happen at RST, obviously. That's why I came to Traveloko. So, I'm sure everybody else is going live right now because I see the numbers going down. So it's that time. It's time for me to go to bed. So thanks for tuning in. Hit the like button on your way out if you don't mind. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow or the next day or whatever. And like I said, I got a video that I'm working on of this little drive down here to Florida. So go check out the Instagram. Go check out the... If you want to support the channel, you could sign up for the Patreon. You could buy some t-shirts and shit, whatever. The Teespring account. All the links are in the description box below. And we'll talk to you guys later. Okay, thanks so much. God bless, and stay safe out there, everybody.